just a touch. Turn the music down a little. Alright, that's probably as good as it's gonna get. Yo, yo, yo. Alright, let's move things around a little. I'll put you, wait a minute, no, you end up over here, I think. Alright, well, regardless, let's get Dark Souls launched here. Alright, Dark Souls, Scholar. Oh, wait, I probably can't play Dark Souls. Oh. I don't think I can play Dark Souls 2 tonight. Yeah, I don't think I can actually play Dark Souls 2. Well, I may have told a fib. Hold on. Come on. Crystal. Nuzlocke. It is surprising, Shadow Wolf. So I think I made a little bit of a mistake. I can't play Dark Souls 2 tonight, for reasons. It's definitely not because I didn't put my controller in like I thought I did. Definitely not the case. I would never do that. Alright, so Vietnamese crit, yeah, I wish. Nah, this, double click that guy. Screen 2. Done. I know, Shadow Wolf. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Lava bake me, oh lord. Well, that's okay. We needed to start over anyway. All right. So last time we died to a Zubat. I'm not proud of it. I'm not impressed by it. It just is. So this time we're going to, you know, try not to suck. So all right, so there we go. That's all set up. You're a girl, a bully girl? Oh, Lord. Fine, whatever. I'm usually a boy, but today will be a girl. The most likely way this ends is death anyway. What time is it? Well, you know what? Since y'all told me I was a girl, what time is it? I'll let you all decide. Since I apparently can't figure this out. A bully. Life in plastic. It is, in fact. It's 5 a.m. Oh, Lord. 69. Nice. 0 minutes. Karen? Sure. Why not? Bully oh my goodness. I'm not a Karen. Fine, whatever. New name. My name is Karen. Isn't Kylie the female form of Kyle? Alright, but now I'm a Karen. Oh, Lord. Well, I'm not wearing the right outfit for this. Hold on. You know, I used to have headbands, but then I cut my hair. Man bun. I could. I don't know where any of my headbands are, and I don't have that much hair. D6 to choose star. I mean, that's what we've been doing anyway. Sonic outfit. I do not own a Sonic outfit. I do own a Donkey Kong outfit, which I wore yesterday for Halloween. What the frick? Move your ass. Yeah, that's why I don't go to physical stores if I really want something. Like, if I'm just, like, browsing or I don't really know what I want, I'll do that because it's cool to support a local business. But if... Whoa, 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 whoa. No, it's not Sunday. What day is it? Chat, you gotta... You've done this all so far. You gotta tell me what day it is. It's 50%. Oh, well, yeah, it's the day after Halloween. That makes sense. I have to talk like a Karen throughout the Nuzlocke. I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know how to do that. Was that pretty good? Frog says Wednesday. Sure. Spirit of Halloween is a local store. Ha 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 ha. Well, okay, it's more local than Amazon.com. Is it daylight savings time? Oh, this song is really boring. Like, it's almost like they didn't plan for you to listen to it for very long. About as local as Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah, basically. But remember, your local people still work there. People in your community are working there. All right. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to say it's daylight savings time. I don't feel like waiting forever. I do know how to use my phone. Oh, my God. The local people loophole? Well, it's all about... Everything's in perspective, right? Like, I guess if there's a true, like, non-cereal brand... So, like, if there's a costume shop near you that's not part of a chain, then yeah, you should go there first. But if you go... But if your options are a store like that or Amazon.com, like, yeah, the store is a better option than Amazon.com. He's like doing Pokemon research or something. God, Elm, you just won't shut up. All right. I guess we can roll a physical die to please. All right, so I got a D6 right here. I guess what I can do is like shake it and then hold it up to the camera without like. So 1 and 2 will be the first one, 3 and 4 will be the middle, and 5, 6 will be the last one. You can't keep saying bad things about Amazon and Twitch. Bad things about Amazon. Amazon sucks. Fuck Amazon. Alrighty, 6. I feel like that leaves us with old gold and their $1 million Levi's costumes. Yeah, basically. They do own Twitch, so I guess in a way I work for them. Very, very. I'm demonetized. Oh man. Alrighty. What are we naming our lovely Chikorita, who will die almost immediately? Like, what are we going to name our Chikorita? Jeff Bezos, sure. In honor of my lovely boss, feels like a very strong word, because I think technically I'm an independent contractor. Like, that's actually like when you sign the contract, you are very, like, it's very clear, hey, like, you don't actually work for us. Like, we don't owe you any benefits or like anything. We are just independent contractors. You are just an independent contractor doing independent work, and we pay you based off of this amount. All right. So as we've been saying, let's take the item away from Jeff Bezos. We can only use items for convenience. Yeah, I know him, Barry. He's gonna teach us how to catch Pokemon. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just glad he can only show you how to do it once. I thought I was literally gonna have to just, like, keep watching it, like, infinitely longer. So the fact that I only have to watch it once is, like, fine. Oh, darn. It's No Shave November. Forgot to shave. I usually try to shave it all off before No Shave November starts so that it doesn't bug me quite as much, but I guess I'm just going to live with a really long, scruffy beard. I might costume from a different site, but hard to get certain officially licensed costumes. Yeah, getting an officially licensed costume, I won't say it's impossible, but it's def hard. It's def hard. Wait, am I gonna die to a frickin' Pidgey? The wild Pokemon are about to end my run if I don't watch myself. Alright, yeah, I'm sure. Alright, go ahead and teach me some stuff. Mostly because I want the map upgrade for the Pokegear. Alright, let's do a prediction. Start prediction. Will I beat Rival on this run? Yes, no. I'll give you all 2 minutes. What are my stats? Dank late. Oh yeah, so dank. Again, I don't really know if these stats are any good or not. Like I didn't sit here and just get Chikoritas until I could tell which one is good or not. I mean, I'm sure I could do like a calculator, but like that feels like a lot of extra work. Right. It's one dank Chikorita. That's certainly a thought. Yeah, I don't know. Chikorita, like, sucks. Add in that he's Jeff Bezos. Where does my message show up? Oh, that's interesting. When you did that, it I can see it on my like thing, like so like on my screen. I was like, so like I can see your message here, and it's highlighted. But yeah, you're right. It didn't show up in the main thing, and I don't really know why that's the case. Guess not. Guess I'll have to I'll have to figure that out. I feel like that should just show up. Otherwise, like streamer hates his mods. That is not true, Shadow Wolf. I think there's like an item here somewhere. You're at the gym? Good for you. That's awesome. I did some running today at the gym. I'm actually about to start doing some physical therapy. I messed up my I thought it was my shoulder for the longest time, but my doctor actually, based off of when it hurts, is actually saying I hurt my bicep, which actually makes more sense. I had a few months, like 4 months ago, started a push-up challenge, and I completed it. But by the end, I was definitely pushing myself really hard, and so I yeah, I pushed myself a little too hard, and so I'm over the last few months. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those deals where like it's not even that. It's like, oh yeah, I heard it then, and it still feels like that now. No, it's like it's gotten worse. Helped a lot with a quad injury. That's good. And so I've been like, I had just been kind of ignoring it because it never, like, it bugged me a little, but it was never that bad. But then, I like went to go throw a football, and like it was one of the most painful things I've ever done in my life. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to start taking this seriously. But it still just has, like, I've tried, like, resting it and like trying not to like actively aggravate it, and like it still hurts. So we're gonna do some PT, see where that goes. I'm hopeful it won't take much. All right, I feel pretty good about our odds of beating the rival. Took you a few months, but had a bad tear and stabbing pain, and now it's gone, so you won't regret it. Oh. Yeah, thankfully, my doctor did an ultrasound yesterday, and he couldn't find a tear, and he couldn't find any like fluid buildup, so he's hopeful that with a little bit of PT, that's all I should need. He did tell me if it doesn't help that he can. The next step, I guess, is steroids. So it's like, Now here's the question, strategy-wise. So he's going to use Leer. Let's use Growl. And let's just use Growl until he stops using Leer. Dope. All right. Nice. Woo! We did it! Ooh, and we learned Razor Leaf. Very cool. Won't help us against Falconer, but... You're gonna be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. You lost to a Chikorita. Alright, choose outcome. I did beat the rival this run. Alrighty. Congratulations for those who believed. Rigged? I won fair and square, Emberry. Well, here's a consolation prize for you. It's almost time to do your favorite thing. Also, I do agree with your thing. We're gonna name our rival Chad, so that it's Karen versus Chad. Karen, this is, yeah, I know. God, this guy does not stop talking. Alright, here you go, Mom. Alright, you're gonna save my money. So you can buy pointless crap. Yeah, bye, Mom. Interesting enough, she does wear, like, a hat. It's just more like a beanie. So wait, should I be wearing, like, a beanie? I think that's what I should be doing. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab a beanie. Alrighty, how do I look? Now I'm really now I'm really Karen. OMG, I am such a Karen. Seen you a couple times. Alright. Yeah. Show me how to catch Pokemon. Black. I don't want to scream. I want to actually. For starters, if I scream, it'll hurt, and then I'm gonna have like a sore throat the rest of the night. I don't have the. Congratulations, dude. You caught Rattata, and you showed it to me. That's how you do it. Thanks for showing me. I really appreciate it. Back in Black is such a good song. It's such a good album. It's just great. Why is your Chikorita named Jeff Bezos? I don't know if I have a good answer. Twitch chat names all my Pokemon. I plead the fifth. Besides, this Chikorita is clearly rich, much like Mr. Bezos. The fans demand, yeah? Alright. If we could get a Geodude here, that would be cool. There's a bunch of mons I would take here though. Geodude. All right. Now we have to weaken it. Well, start thinking about what we want this Geodude to be called. We're on like our 4th one. Our corporate overlord. Bezos left one lord. That wouldn't fit, Shadow Wolf. eBay. I hope he carries us to the final floor. Like, woo! Proud of their sturdy bodies, they bash against each other in a contest to prove who is harder. Musk's nut. Okay, Musk's nut would. Bezos left one won't, but yeah, Musk's nut would fit. That like our theme this run is just like rich people. Kind of a weird theme, but you know, we'll make it work. Way. Oh, I can't actually. There's no apostrophe. What if we become? I'm playing a game intended for 7-year-olds. I'm like naming my Pokemon after rich fucks and their testicles. Where did we go wrong? Bill Gatekeeper. Oh lord. Alright, so we can't catch any. Let's go get some more Pokeballs. That's all we can really buy anyway. Where did humanity go? Well, humanity went wrong when we bought all into capitalism, but. Sure, 15 Pokeballs. What did you name your Pokemon as a kid? This is on par for my games. I actually like hate nicknaming my Pokemon. I was never when I was a kid, I nicknamed them like Turtle and Bird and Rat. I think I nicknamed you know what? I think I named my Rattata Mouse because I thought Mouse sounded better than Rat. Like that. Like that's what I named them all. I named your Metapod Shaft. Oh lord. I think I nicknamed my Caterpie Bug, but then I didn't like it when Butterfree was called Bug. Oh, stat. No, so like I like basically my nicknames were awful. They were awful nicknames. Totally. But like once I think I stopped nicknaming them once I realized in the show they didn't usually have nicknames. And so I was like, oh, sweet. I don't have to actually come up with nicknames then. Oh, shoot. I also wanted to get Musk's Nut experience. All right, so we're going to have to be a little awkward here. And I could probably just tackle Rattata. That's what we're going to do. I'm trying to remember all the names I had there. What else was there? I think I nicknamed... So, like, the Nidorans didn't look like anything. Sparky and Puka. You know, I think in blue I thought nicknames were managed to name all my Pokemon their names. I got really confused. Well, that's one way for your Pokemon to never lose its name. I'm surprised the game, like... That must mean that the way the game is programmed... There must be, like, a flag that tells it that, hey, this is a nickname. Don't erase it when it evolves. Because otherwise, when it evolves, it changes its name. I would have thought it just checked to see, hey, does this... But there must be a flag. That's interesting. Go, Musk's Nut. I never got very far in my original game of Pokemon. I think I beat Brock. And then my dad had been playing so like we got Red and Blue about the same time. And so like my dad played one while I played one. And he got ahead. Like he was really far ahead of me. And so at one point I learned that once you got to a certain point, you couldn't go back. Like once you got to you know, like Misty's, Cerulean City, you couldn't walk back to Pewter City. And so I remember that's just like, I really didn't like that idea. Oh my gosh, I'll never be able to go home. And so like, I basically just like I had like all these Pokemon way over leveled, but I just like refused to leave Pewter City or go very far outside Pewter City because I was scared. It's pretty funny looking back on it. Oh my gosh, he's beating the snot out of Musk's Nut. Yeah, beating his nuts. Yeah. Jeez, how many crits is this thing gonna get? I remember the first time I made it through Singlet Tuggle with Cut and made it back. Oh, it's Cave, and yep. Yeah, that seems to be like, the developers seem to like really believe that players would do that. That's like, technically, you're supposed to go there before... You're supposed to do that to get to the area with Flash before you go to Rock Tunnel. Like, the developers intend for you to do that. And yet, so many people I know didn't bother because, like, there's basically no reason to. I played against my sister in Gen 2, and she would play Legendaries. This is how I learned degenerate strategy. I guess so. If the degenerate strategy is like, hey, I'm gonna level my Pokemon up to the max level. Like Destiny Bond. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Destiny Bond is kind of stupid. Yep. Strat is Sand Attack until you rage quit. Well, you can cheese a lot of victories that way. Mud Slap. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, growing up, I was definitely the guy who just spammed attacks. I was like, what's the point of doing Sand Attack? What's the point of doing anything else? I just want to do damage. And then I'd wonder, oh, why can't I beat anything? I'm attacking it and it's not dying. I just didn't understand the idea of, you know, strategy. Though even now, I think it reflects that, like, my first reaction to anything is to attack it. Attack, 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 attack. I am a red mage. I was a red mage long before I understood what red mana. Amnesia is terrifying. In Gen 1, Amnesia is really good. All right, so this is a new... this is an area we can actually catch Mons in. All right. Yeah, the fastest way to get through him is probably just to lean into type advantages and attack your... I mean, yes, that is the simplest way to deal with things. Oh boy, Bellsprout. I mean, Pokemon also, as I've talked about on this stream many a time, suffers super heavy on the problem of the over-leveling problem. Like, there's no problem in Pokemon that cannot be solved by just saying, screw it, I'm just going to level up all my Pokemon some more. Oh, you piece of trash. Dude, when I fought Ash's Snorlax... Oh, this is also your turn. So I'll tell my thing in a minute. If it notices anything that moves, it immediately flings its vines at an object. Good I mean, on the one hand, I feel like we can be a little more creative, and then on the other hand, like, we nicknamed our Geodude Musk's Nut. So, like, I guess we're not that creative. When I... Gates Wang, Rick Astley. Give you up with rap. Like, we're gonna go with our... Wait, can I name it Gates? This isn't even an Oddish. No. No, this is... Oh, that would have been funny. No, it's a Bellsprout. They just give it... For some reason, the sprite in menu is clearly a Bellsprout. I don't really know why they didn't make another one, but they didn't. G-A-T-E-S space Wang. Oh. Yeah, they use a lot of... The original one has even less sprites. So a lot of them share. Like, I think a lot of them use, like, Bulbasaur's sprite. I think there's actually, now that I'm thinking about it out loud, I think there's even less in, like, red and blue than there are in yellow. Gates. Next run, we need to, like, be more creative, guys. But for this run, let's just go all in on rich people and their private parts. Yeah, basically. Alrighty, we're catching a Zubat. Yay. Jeff. Hope this doesn't knock it out. Alright, that's probably good enough. Yeah, we're definitely gonna try to catch her. She's a beauty. Nice. During the day, it gathers and hovers over the ceiling of old buildings and caves. Alrighty, what are we gonna nickname this beautiful Zoopal? I'm not opposed to calling her Zoopal. squid, but she's not a squid. Oh, unless you're like saying it's named a. Oh, Zoo Pal. I actually kind of like that. It's like you can call it Zoo Pal. Like the little woof woof Zoo Pals, ribbit ribbit Zoo Pals, woof woof Zoo Pals. Zoo Pals makes eating fun. When you clean your plate, then you see their face. I watched way too much children's TV growing up. What's in the Zoo Pals commercial? There was no bat. Rabies, Zoo Pals. Zoo Pals make eating fun. We're not gonna fight. Yeah, basically. We're gonna go heal and then we'll fight him. I don't want to top off. Get a Crobat for you. I will definitely try-ish. Getting to Crobat is very hard because it requires you to use a very underpowered Pokemon for most of the run. And unlike when you can just pick your movesets for like Pokemon Showdown and all that, like you're stuck with mostly its learn set, and its learn set is ass. I don't even think I can beat that regularly. We'll get Musk's Nut in here. Yeah, there we go. Musk's Nut took care of fucking business. About to send out a Caterpie. Get back out there, Zoo Pals. Yay for Zoo Pals! A Weedle. Yeah, go Zoo Pals. It's so stupid that like Leech Life is just so useless. So it's like the signature move. Oh, we might need to switch him out. I really don't. He needs to survive. Zoo Pals, get out there. I don't want to lose. How do you poison a rock? It's a great question. Once, go outside and stick your needle into the rock, and once the needle breaks a bunch, you'll... Pokemon, man. I mean, the good news is I don't think Weedle can actually hurt Zoopals very much. Yeah, like, dealing 1 damage, even if I'm only dealing, like, 2 or 3 damage with Leech Life, I should... We have the... I'm not losing to a worm. Zoopals! She's pulling through. Emberry. We have the internet, which is essentially a poisonous rock. Oh, well. So, like, I could buy a rock that has poisonous qualities. To Shadow Wolf's point, the idea of a rock getting poisoned and sick, I don't know. I'm just not buying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not buying it. Well, this fight's taken like 4 billion years, but Zoopals was finally able to take care of that Weedle. Computer is a rock that we tricked into thinking. Internet is poison. I mean, we're making a couple assumptions there, but I don't feel like fighting you too hard. Oh, I also didn't mean to use Leech Life there, because it's going to do, like... Well, we'll see. If it deals more than 2, I'll be surprised. Yeah, it dealt like 2 damage. Alright, let's... I don't want... We can't use... We'll use Jeff... We'll have Jeff, Mr. Bezos, come and take care of things. Mr. Bezos leveled up. Nice. Aw, you suck. Alright, so I think I have 17 health left with Musk's Nut. Yeah, so that should be enough to get us back. 16, 15... Might run away from the... Yeah, that's... No cheesing. We're not cheesing anything. 13, 12, 11... Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, no, I'm not going to cheese it. 9, 8, 7... Yeah, see, we didn't. So, what he's talking about is there's a way... If you just keep, like, saving the game and restarting, take 3 steps, save the game and restart, you can... it doesn't keep track of how many steps until your next poison marker gets marked, so you could cheese it. We had previously said that no cheesing was allowed. Gotta beat the spirit of things. Alright, So last round we actually learned a whole lot about, like, what Pokemon we have access to, which is actually kind of cool. So, like, we can actually catch the Pokemon in this grass. And then I can go down and we can try to catch an unknown in, well... Pidgey. Okay, we can go behind a Pidgey. It's not, like, incredible, but might help in the fight against Falconer. Not cheesing. It sounds like a game mechanic to... No. I don't actually think it is, because in future games, does keep track of which step you're on, and so you can't do that in future games. So that in maybe you could call that a change. Alrighty, we have caught a Pidgey. Let's get time for you, Twitch chat. You know your duty. It rapidly flaps its wings in the grass, stirring up a dust cloud that drives insect prey out into the open. Alrighty, what are we gonna call Mr. Pidgey here? Name it Blue Origin? I have no idea what that means. Birdman? Do I have to put it in all caps, Minty Face? No? Okay. Whatever you want. Alright, I'm just checking. I like Birdman. You can call it Birdman. Bezos Space Program? Oh, Lord. Doesn't look enough like a shaft for that. Alright. He's called Birdman. It has character. Unknown would never be more than fodder anyway, so let's actually... Onyx can be... Why are we calling things Blue Origin? I don't know what that means, Shadow Wolf. I guess that is true. I think there's technically an in-game trade of a... Oh, that's his space program. Oh. So wait, there is an in-game trade, I think, for a Bellsprout for an Onyx, but like, I don't want either. Right? Like... And for those asking at home, I am allowed to catch more than my 6. Some Nuzlocks say no to that. We are... Team's ready for Falconer? Not at all, man. We gotta go through the Bellsprout Tower first. See if we can catch another Mon. And then go from there. So if we went and fought right now, we would get our buttocks destroyed. Zoopals actually could probably fight this. That should be double super effective. Oh, I guess Bug is actually weak against poison. Oh my god, you're so bad. Why are you so bad? 24-hour stream when? If we do a subathon, I guess. But I don't think we're nearly big enough of a community to be supporting a subathon. Also, like, what would I do for 24 hours? Like, would this challenge be harder with Pikachu as the starter? For this game or in general? Because I think we did a Pikachu Nuzlocke, and like that was basically fine. Like, yeah, Pikachu was bad, and we had to stop using it. 50,000 channel points for Persona 5 speedrun? Oh my god, that's... 24-hour bath stream if Crystal had Pikachu as the starter? I think the beginning would be fairly easy, but it would... Well... See, the problem... So, you would probably one-hit KO, or at least close to one-hit KO Falconer's Pokemon. I guess we could always... We We could do that as like a... I mean... I think it would be easier. Because the beginning would be easier. And that's... The beginning is always the hardest part of the Nuzlocks. Once you kind of get going... And, like, you have some Pokemon... that you can reasonably fight with... Light Orb Pikachu... You're right, yeah. I mean, that was cool. Like, I think once you kind of got going, you'd be fine. It's just the beginning that's always the hard part of these Nuzlocks. Your Pikachu beats Red's Pikachu at a lower level. I mean... Red's Pikachu is one of those mons that, like, oh my gosh, it's the highest level Pokemon in all of Pokemon, but it's still just a regular Pikachu as far as the game's concerned. Doesn't know any special, like, moves. It doesn't... oh, also, we're probably going to start using Struggle here soon. Zoo Pals. See, the thing, person number 66 with a Persona 5 speedrun. Yeah, that's probably like almost a full day thing. And like, I'd probably do it marathon style. I can't imagine like resetting for things there. Oh, that sounds awful. I did Pikachu vs. Pikachu, felt very anime. It sounds very anime. I mean, we could always do a Pikachu... So here's actually something. How would we all feel if we did a Pikachu-only run of Crystal? Because we did a Pikachu-only run of Yellow. And that... I mean, we all know how it was tough. The last fight was the hardest fight. But otherwise, like, it was all pretty... Persona 5 Royal is 15 to 18 hours. That is true. It's faster. So it's weird how it's actually faster, but that's just because they add more ways to skip and more ways to get stuff. And Birdman! Oh, Birdman's going to learn Sand Attack. Nice. This is actually the thing I'm most excited about with that we can Sand Attack a bunch of stuff. Where would you get a Pikachu? We would have to like use a ROM hacker to put Pikachu as one of the starter options. Right, exactly, Barry. Because yeah, there is no Pikachu to be found anywhere early. Alright, what's our Mon here? I was kind of hoping for a Ghastly, but I guess we can catch a Rattata. Oh shoot, but not with Zoo Pals. Musk's Nut. See, and that's, well, so that is like the thing, Mberry, and it's sort of why I don't do a ton of those challenges, because like there's already a guy on YouTube who does a bunch of them. J-Rose is a really entertaining content creator who does a bunch of Pokemon challenge stuff. So I don't really want to explore that. That's sort of like, there's only so much of that you can explore. So like if another person's already doing it, I sort of don't want to mess. I'm not all that interested. Make all wild Pokemon Pikachu. All wild items are Thunderstone. Oh my lord. I'm not sure that's very interesting either. It might be kind of funny, but I don't know how interesting it'll be. Twitch chat, you know the drill. Rattata, this Pokemon's impressive vitality allows it to live anywhere. It also multiplies very... Oh my. So what are we naming our good friend? Joey the Fourth? Oh yeah, that is true. That is actually true, Mberry. We've sort of had a thing of naming Joeys. Naming our Rattatas Joey. All right. All right, here we go. This is now Joey the Fourth. All right, so this is our party for when we fight Faulkner. There's a solid chance we don't fight Faulkner tonight with how big the party is, unless some mons faint. Just because, like, according to the rules of the challenge, I'm allowed to level them up to level 9, and I doubt I'm leveling up all these mons to level 9 tonight. I'm not gonna do a training montage, I don't think. I mean, we'll see where we get after Bellsprout Tower. If we're close, maybe I'll take a couple minutes, but I really do want to get away from the I want to get away from the traditional, like, oh, let's go train for, 5,000 hours. Like, it's just not very interesting content. Who dies first? It's a good question. Probably one of my flyers, if I had to get. Maybe the Rattata. They're all not very good. Oh man, all of them are getting weak already. Jeez. I feel like this is like off. It's like I'm sitting where I normally do and I'm like not centered. What the frick? Why is this like wants to lean? I don't get. For pity's sake, hold on. Oh, there we go. Perfect. That's great. I think we just had to mess with it a little bit. They're all too weak. I guess we'll just use Jeff Bezos, which isn't what I wanted to do, but if, after this, we're going to go walk back to a Pokemon Center. I should have a wife cam. I don't know what that means. And like a camera like on my wife, because I do not think she has any desire to be on camera. Person number 626, you are welcome to chime in and disagree, but my understanding is you do not want to be on camera. Can you ban him? Oh, no, don't. We're not gonna ban M. It's a fine question. There's nothing wrong with that. Person number 626 and I are very different in that perspective. Not serious, but no. Yeah, basically. What about the guy on the couch? What guy on the couch? Oh, there's nobody on. Oh, wait. Oh, the joke. The guy under... Oh, yeah, the milkman. He wouldn't mind being on camera. Puppy cam? That would require having a puppy. Something I... We can put a camera on our Charizard cards. I'm okay with that. Alright, we're gonna walk back. Oh, I think I accidentally did 5 p.m. and not 5 a.m. Whoops. Sorry. I guess on the bright side, it'll mean when we play, you know, we'll start during the day and then we'll end during the nights in game, which will be marginally cool. Oh, for pity's sake. X accuracy, literally useless in this challenge. He's gonna run into. Oh, look at that! I could actually like remember to walk to him this time. Imagine that. Nice. Birdman. Level up. Holy smokes, Birdman. I always forget Pidgeys like are part of that. So like Pokemon are put into groups. So like certain ones just level up really, really quickly. And Pidgey is definitely in the fast level up group. Like, holy smokes, did you see? That was so fast. All right. Go, Joey the Fourth. Joey, Earth to Joey. Hey, you in there? It's your move. Sorry, Yug. This Brooklyn accent makes it hard to concentrate on card games. I know what you mean. My voice is ridiculous too. I'm thinking of changing it. And in the next episode, Tristan's voice was played by Barney the Dinosaur. I love you, you love me. I wasn't paying attention to its life total, so I don't know how many more hits it can take. My voice has green hair? I think we just combined two memes there. Did not know about the XP. Yes. Yep, that is a thing. Different mons. So, like, Magikarp, as an aside, is in the slowest category. So it levels up slower. Some, it, like, alternates every 10 levels from being fast to slow. And then there's, like, a medium one. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to read that as, my voice has green hair. Screw the rules, my voice has green hair. That was weird. I should probably lay off the drugs. Yay, Zoo Pals! Congratulations, Joey the Fourth, you suck. You are, in fact, weak, but that is okay. So let's move some mons around here. That's the easiest way to do that. Cool. What if I did that for a whole stream? I just talked to, like, Tristan, Little Karibo's Tristan Timothy Taylor. Would he care? Moment trick. It's all you got? Well, hey, you know. We're all very impressed with your numbers. Or am I supposed to read? We're all very impressed with your numbers, Aomara 8. If we were poor. It's funny because I'm rich. Zoopals isn't going to be able to beat the level 6 spell spread, is it? Maybe it'll get some crits. Yep, Aomara is our resident bringer of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged references. Every group needs one. I think he just made like a new episode like a month or two ago. I had basically stopped watching like a few years ago. They just came out too slowly and I would watch them and I wouldn't really remember what happened. And once we got past like you know, Merrick Ishtaw's episodes, I just Merrick and Melvin was so funny. You know, add in that it wasn't the originals anyway. We had kind of reached the plot line that was way past Duelist Kingdom and all the ones from our childhood. I kind of reached a point where I said, you know what? I think I've kind of done enough with Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. So it's still really funny, and I'll sometimes watch like the first few episodes again, like if I'm bored. Final Countdown is the best Magic card. Final Countdown MTG. Do you mean MTG or... Oh, Final Countdown's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, like spell card, you mean? Okay, I see what you mean, Embury. Pay 2,000 life points after 20 turns have passed. After you activate this card, you win the duel. 20 turns, though, dude? Card games on motorcycle. Oh, Lord. Nah, dude. I ain't about playing card games on motorcycles. Nah, that's too much for old k-rizzle. See, those like alternate win cards are really fun. Like, I'm pretty sure Minty Face just like loves decks that are just around alternate win conditions. You know, like Maze's End. But a card that requires you to wait 20 turns to win, and in addition, you have to pay 2,000 life points, which hypothetically isn't that big a deal, but then you have to survive 20 turns. Like, what is your deck doing? I play Pillow Fort, that one with Helix Pinnacle. Oh, God. Oh, wait, I'm, like, getting my ass kicked here. I think I've been going first? Okay, I need to, like, store... I feel like this is how Mons die in this, is not that, they're not good enough. I just, like, stop paying attention randomly, and then bad things happen. Alright, well, we won. I'm going to use healing items here for convenience, because otherwise I could just walk back. There you go, Zoo Pals. So as a reminder for those watching, I cannot use items in battle, and I cannot use them in a situation where I could not walk back to the Pokemon Center, but I can use them for convenience, which I just did. Hold on. So a couple things came up here. Destiny board? Oh, what the hell does this do? Alright, Destiny board. When this card and all 4 spirit message cards with different names are placed on the field, you win the duel. Once per turn during your opponent's end phase, place 1 spirit message card from your hand or deck in your spell and trap zone face up in the proper order of F, I, N, A, and L. When any spirit message card leaves the field, send all spirit message cards you control to the graveyard. I see. So yeah, you need to spell final. Okay, that's kind of cool. And it sounds like the first trap card will search for the rest of them. Once per turn during your opponent's end phase. Yeah, so once you play it, you just need to get the other 4. Though I think that means you probably can't play any more trap cards. Exodia, but more text and more fragile. Right? Like, part of what made the Exodia like a real deck that you could play is that you can protect the cards in your hand and like tutor for them and like do all kinds of combo stuff to end up with them. So it's basically Exodia but worse, which is fine. Like, not every card can be Exodia but better. And then I need to look up what the hell Helix Pinnacle does. Unless opponent plays Harpies, Feather Duster. Okay, well, we could just look up Yu-Gi-Oh cards all night. I will admit I did not play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. I played tiny... Oh, Helix Pinnacle. I've seen this card before. But X tower counters on Helix Pinnacle at the beginning of your upkeep. If you have 100, you win the game. Yes, I've seen some pretty cool ramp Pillow Fort decks, Minty Face, play that. So my problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is probably secretly a problem that all card games have, is that, like, as you played that in Modern, that's cool. I could see that. Back when Modern had reasonable Tier 2 decks. Are you kidding me? Alright, I don't want to risk Birdman, so let's get Jeff Bezos out here to finish this. Never got to win with it officially. Opponents would always well, right, so that's probably how you win realistic. Once you've established a true lock, cards like that are just inevitability. New Yu-Gi-Oh! Sucks. Pendulum, Synchronize, and XYZ Rune. I don't know what either of those terms mean, but that doesn't surprise me, because that game, in my opinion, suffered masterfully from, like, so, like, you learn how to play it in, like, the tutorials and, like, watching the show, and it feels like, oh, you put monsters in defense mode and attack mode, and you buff them with spells, and, like, it... And then you, like, play real Yu-Gi-Oh! And none of the decks are like that. You're just, like, special summoning stuff every turn and, like, doing combos. And so, like, it just never felt like the Yu-Gi-Oh! That I supposedly was seeing on TV. And so I was always like, well, it just doesn't feel like real Yu-Gi-Oh! So, I don't know. I personally was never a huge fan. Nah. So So I did have some friends, 6 of 1 who sometimes hangs out here, once talked about how when he was a kid, he and his friend got his friend had got the Yugi's deck, like, starter thing, and he got Kaiba's deck starter. And if they played by the rules in the show, like, Kaiba's deck won every single time. But if you played by the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Rules, Yugi's deck won every time. So if you just screw the rules, you can win some games of Yu-Gi-Oh!
How you gonna stop my blue eyes white dragons? Wait a minute, did you just summon a bunch of monsters in one turn? Yeah, so? That's against the rules, isn't it? Screw the rules, I have money and green hair. And a weird voice. Now draw your last pathetic card, Yugi. My grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards! Well, except for maybe for Karibo. But it also has Exodia! No, not Exodia. It's not possible. Really? Is it really that hard to get? No, it's because this game doesn't make any sense. Nobody can figure out how to do it. Nobody except for me. Exodia. Obliterate! Big brother, is it time for my cameo yet? Exodia, how could that be possible? Kaiba. Kaiba, if you must know, then talk to the hand. I wet myself. Oh, rival, weak Pokemon, uses an escape rope. Yeah. Alright, Joey should be able to fight the first one. I could walk back and heal. Instead, I am going to take the lazy man's approach. Alrighty, laziness has won again. And I wouldn't mind about, because like, I get that at high levels of magic, it can sort of stop feeling like the magic that I learned. Starter deck Joey sucked. That's probably true, because Joey just sucked. Thousand Dragon. Destroy all 3 of our harpies at once. Doesn't anybody in this tournament know the rules to this game? But like, I don't know, like you play, I'll say this much. Usually if you play like standard magic or wow, that did like half of Joey's health. We're gonna switch. Commander decks are good. No, the commander decks are good. Like most of those pre-con commander decks feel like real magic. I say real magic. They feel more like the magic when you're learning. Whereas like you start playing like, you know, some of these formats and just like you're doing such ridiculous stuff that it sort of stops feeling like magic that you knew. I think those are all great, and I really want to get some of those a Doctor Who deck or two. I'm actually wish you had played MTG earlier in your years. It's never too late, Mberry. Oh shoot, I forgot. I have no more leech lives. Fuck. Let's use a supersonic to make it. I'm going to regret this decision. Okay, never mind. Screw that. Jeff Bezos. In terms of theming and mechanics, what's a planeswalker? Planeswalkers are like in the Magic universe, they are I don't think there even are any planeswalkers in the Doctor Who cards. And that's because thematically the player is a planeswalker. That is technically true. The bigger thing these days, though, is that planeswalkers are people or entities, beings, that have the ability to walk from plane to plane. So, right, like basically from universe to universe. Maybe not universe, but from dimension to dimension. I don't know, whatever. In them, they call it from plane to plane. So, like, you might be in Theros, where Greek mythology is like a thing, and there are all kinds of gods, but then you'll planeswalk to another land, and like it basically allows them to jump around and like see new universes that otherwise wouldn't be possible in other ones. So oh wow, this Hoot Hoot is pretty strong. Good news is that Musk's nut is pretty hard. Hard nuts. Bugs are cool. So this is the part where I give my little spiel that there are so many, like I've definitely heard the thing like, oh, well, Magic's too expensive. And it can be. Totally get it. Magic can be very pricey. Like if you want to, like there are tons of valuable cards and formats where you're kind of encouraged to play them, blah, blah, blah. There are so many ways though that you can play Magic for a fairly affordable budget. You can set budget. You and your friends can set budgets for decks, and they can be whatever budget you want. I've seen like people on no budget. I remember in college we built $20 decks. That was like our limit, but you could do it at 10 if you really tried. And like you could buy bundles and build decks from those. There were so many ways to. Holy smokes, we really leveled up there. Nice job, Musk's nut. So a couple comments I've missed there. Interface there can also pull creatures and people from other planes to fight for them. That is true. Sounds on theme for Doctor Who. It would be on theme, but none of the Doctor Who cards are planeswalkers. They're all legendary creatures. Because in the universe, they are not planeswalkers. I think only... It seems that only in-universe Magic entities can be planeswalkers. That seems to be the unspoken rule. I'm gonna put Gates Wang up there. And yeah, and then does that count from Commander? $20 for Commander might be pushing it, considering you need 100 singles, but I guess it's technically possible. They might not be very powerful decks. Like, you would definitely get a more powerful deck just spending, like, the $30 or $40 for the pre-constructed deck at that point. But I guess, yeah, technically speaking, yeah, you can set any budget you want. And I've generally found that as long as everyone's playing on either the same budget or with the same restrictions, you can make some interesting decks and have some fun. So, and then, yes, to Minty Face's point, if you want to play a competitive format, 60 card that isn't crazy expensive, Pauper, where literally all the cards you can play with are commons. You know, after all that leveling up, I think we're actually okay to fight. Not sure what that exactly what that means. Oh, TARDIS card says you can planeswalk with a Time Lord. So that gets it. So there is a format, a game mode called Plane Chase, where you play with this deck of planes, and you flip, you like shuffle it up, and you show it, and so like this effect is now in play. So whenever a white creature dies, return to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Whenever a non-white creature dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So there's like effects that like happen while you're there, and then you can roll the planar die. And depending on what comes up on the planar, so if you roll this, usually it's a 6-sided die. You pick I forget if there's 1 to 3 odds or 1 to 6 odds. I'd have to look that up again. Basically, you roll the planar die, and if you get this logo, first you get the effect. Whenever you roll blank, creatures can't attack you until a player planeswalk. Oh, that must be different than the planes. So yeah, at any rate, so then you go to the next plane, and the next plane. So then you planeswalk, because you're a planeswalker, you go to a different plane. And so you just keep going. Every time you planeswalk, you do that. So the TARDIS lets you planeswalk with a Time Lord. So you need to be playing Plane Chase. Most people getting the Plane Chase cards, I've never met a person who actually had them. Usually what you end up doing is just printing them out and like either taping them to like playing cards or other Magic cards or something like that. Like it doesn't. It's a for fun format. So you hypothetically can buy them, I think, somewhere online. But yeah, no, you did, Minty Face, and that was pretty fun. We had some fun playing that. Yes, to other comments I've missed up here, Pauper is Legacy Light. Legacy is a format with really powerful cards because it has access to all of the cards that have ever been printed, minus some of the more busted ones. But in Pauper, you kind of are doing that, but with only commons. If I was to play MTG on PC, is Arena good or no? Yes, Arena, it's a little bit of a thing, but if you're just like, hey, I want to learn how to play the game. So yeah, to Minty Face's comment, Arena is a good place to learn how to play Magic. And like, it's free. The other cool thing is the way the algorithm is set up. If you play with like the starter deck, you will be paired against you will be paired with another person's starter deck. So it's a really good way to play without having to spend money. And, you know, as you get a collection, you can upgrade the decks and you'll be paired against other people who are upgrading the starter decks. So, no, I actually think Arena is great for learning how to play Magic, and I still have fun with it today. This is why you're confused. There is a lot. Yeah, so this is another piece about Magic that I hear a lot is there's just too much going on, and I say, well, it's all about what you want out of it. Like, yeah, there's a reason why there's like Magic podcasts and articles get written about it all the time, because there's so much going on in Magic, and there's so much to talk about like all the time. You basically could just learn about the game forever and never learn everything. But it's fun, and I say learning how to try things out adds to the fun. Oh, I really didn't want that as my start, but that's fine. Musk's Nut should be able to beat Spearow. That actually could be fun, Magnificent Squid Kid. Next time we do a, like, Commander thing. There's a few variants to Commander that we could do. And not only do they add to the fun, they also speed the game up. Which traditionally in like 4 or 5 player games can be kind of tricky if people aren't playing busted degenerate combo decks. Woo! Good job, Gateswang. All right. I am a touch concerned with fighting Falconer. We're gonna go heal. But I've decided I don't care. Also, I should probably... Let's do a prediction. Start prediction. Will I beat Falconer this run? Yes, no. We'll give everybody 2 minutes. I probably will have to fight this next guy, and then... that's fine. There's part of me that wants to just put Birdman up so that it's at level... Whoa, I'm like looking through all the save states, which I don't use. So let's... I'm actually going to start with Birdman, because like the rest of these guys aren't really going to get used in the fight. It's going to be Birdman, Musk's Nut, and then from there it's a lot of sacrificial lambs. You have faith? Oh, well. I hope I reward your faith, Emberry. I pick up Arena on Steam. I think it's free on there, so yeah, go for it. I mean, you can download it for free on Magic's website. You can get it in Steam. I don't really know what the benefit to getting it on Steam is, but I guess if you want to play it on your Steam Deck or something like that. But yeah, get it on Steam. Go for it. This might be a keep it in and then switch out kind of thing. Your phone would overheat. Yeah, don't. So that's the one beef with Arena, and so I've played Arena on my phone, and I have the it's not an iPhone. It's that's stupid. Please don't die. I'm like, okay. We're gonna switch for Musk's Nut here. So I have the Pixel 7 Pro, which is a really beefy phone. So like I can play Marvel Snap all day, every day, and I can play a lot of other games with no problems at all. And then I'll play Arena, and the app will crash like all the time. Like it has so many problems. So then I'll be in the middle of a game and it'll crash, and I'll have to like quit the game, quickly try to reload it, and it'll be like, oh, I have to put you back in, and it's honestly an awful app. So I would not recommend playing Arena on your phone, unfortunately. Which probably means I wouldn't recommend playing it on iOS or like a tablet of any sort, because I'm guessing it's the same code. And again, I don't think what's happening to me has anything to do with like my phone's like ability. The mobile app is cringe AF. Yeah, it's just it sucks. It doesn't work. Like, I would have no problem with the fact that, like, yeah, it's a little hard to play on the screen, and like touching it's a little weird. I could get over that if it worked, but it crashes all the time. It's not a good app. So I add in that, like, yeah, to your point, Mberry, people have reported like it like overheats their phones like all the time. So I do not recommend, unfortunately, playing Arena on your phone. It would be very convenient. It would be nice. Doesn't work. So don't do it. Alrighty, so this is going to be a little tricky. This might seem a touch aggressive, but I really, like... Basically, if Birdman... Like, at some point, we're going to have to beat this... his Pidgeotto might be really hard. So rather than go in with no plan, we're gonna see what happens. All right, so Falconer, the Violet Gym Leader, yeah. A Jolt of Electricity. Well, that'd be great if I had literally any Pokemon with an electric attack in the area, but they're none. Alright, learn to gust just in time. We'll put gust up with it. So I'm gonna reorganize some of these. Weird that it's just tackling. I guess it doesn't know gust yet. Alright. Man. This is exactly what I was worried about. Alright, just gonna use Gust. This shouldn't do much. Yep. Now the problem is now it's gonna use Mud Slap. So the question is, do I just like I think we just go to town. Not great. That's right. The last time we did this, I had access to Rock Throw, which I don't this time around. Please hit. Damn it. All right. Switching. All right. I got a plan. It doesn't smell very good for Joey. Very good chance Joey doesn't even get an attack off. Oh, he will get an attack off. Nice. Alright, Pidgeotto now has... Rest in peace, Joey. Alright, got bad news for you, Gateswing. Survive, please survive, please survive. Alright, cool. Oh, you suck! Yeah, goodbye, Gateswing. I'm gonna switch into Zoo Pals. I'm sorry, Squidney. Magnificent Squid Kid. We're in desperation mode over here. It's not having a Mon that has, like, this is like when it's good when we have like Totodile to start, because Totodile can fight Pidgeotto. Come on, punch yourself, punch yourself, punch yourself. No, you suck. Come on, punch yourself, punch yourself, punch yourself, punch yourself. Yes! Okay. Oh. Goodbye, Zoo Pals. Alright, come on, Bezos. Finish it off, finish it off, finish it off, finish it off, finish it off. We should be able to do it with a tackle. Come on, come on. Yes! Whew! We did it. I did what had to be done, person number 626. I did beat Falconer this run. I could have switched when it got to red. I mean, yes, I there was no guarantee it was going to hit itself, and I didn't want to risk any of the more important mons. Zoo Pals. Well, right, but I would have gotten the free switch off of it getting knocked out as opposed to a switch where you put your mons at risk. Alright, so let's... Oh, I can't actually take this yet. Shoot. Alright. Gateswang. You died in vain because you, like, didn't do anything. Rest in peace. Zoo Pals, your confusion caused it to end it. Godspeed. And Joey the Fourth, you, I guess, got a tail whip off, which was cool. But you sucked just like Joey's 1 through 3. Godspeed. That leaves us with Birdman, Musk's Nut, and Jeff Bezos. We'll continue this quest. Yeah, I got the egg, alright. I'm the only person you can rely on? Well, I'm a huge Karen, so, like, I'm just gonna piss and moan about how he asked me to do this favor, but didn't offer me any compensation, and so I'm just gonna put the egg away until I get paid. We had a full party at one point. That didn't last very long, though. I could get an unknown. I do not see the value of getting an unknown at this point. I did not murder Zoo Pals. Zoo Pals died a hero. We needed her. She was a hero. Alright. I tell you what, we will end the stream with one more capture. And then we'll call it. Oh! A whooper! Oh! We gots to catch it! Guys, this would be our water type and a ground type. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's not rare, but it's just like there's just no guarantee you'll see one here. Like, I've definitely come down here. I think last time we saw an Ekans, which died very quickly afterwards. So the fact that we got a Whooper is awesome. Mosis membrane covers its body. Touching it barehanded will cause a shooting pain. Ugh. Whopper, whopper. Whopper, 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 whopper. Whopper, 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 whopper. I think we have to call it Whopper now. We can't call it Whopper Whopper because there's not enough space, but we'll call it Whopper. All right. That is a heck of a note to go out on, though, isn't it? Our Whopper. Whopper the Whooper. How about that? I should save before I forget. Well, that was fun. And we, you know what? I'll tell you what, we lost some Mons at the end there, but I think the quality of the Mons we have is actually pretty high, minus Chikorita, but we'll figure it out. I did not murder any of them. They died heroes. We will remember their sacrifices. But yeah, that's where we're gonna wrap it up. And so yeah, next week, one night will be either Dark Souls 2 or more of this. The other one will be the thing I had originally planned for this week, which is still a secret. Ooh, secrets. So tune in next week, 7 o'clock Tuesday and Wednesday for more wild adventures. Thanks everybody for swinging by. Hope you had fun. And until then, k-rizzle out.